Welcome to Storytime&Crafts with me, Karasu. This year I know I've kind of been out of it for a little bit. Unfortunately, life kind of happened. I'm going to be showing you guys some of my WIPs that I'm hopefully going to be working on this year. And kind of expanding what I do on this channel. Unfortunately, I ran into some bumps last year, and I'll kind of talk about that in a WIP and chat that I'll be doing shortly. So with the lovely help of my cat Greta, hopefully she's not too much of a hassle, I will get started. I am a multi-crafter, so the first set of works in progress that I'm going to be showing you is some of my fiber arts. So I am a cross stitcher and a knitter or crochet. I can do both. I kind of shied away from crocheting last year, and my family got me knitting needles last year for Christmas, so I'm avidly knitting at this point. Let's see here. Reach it behind me here. I don't have any bags for my stuff, so that's one of the things that I'm hoping to do. And please don't mind the mess behind me. My husband's project that he's been working on is organizing his stuff, which is mostly back here, and then a diamond painting that I made for him a couple years ago. So my first knitting project that I am working on this year is I decided to make myself a skirt. My kids got me this beautiful blue yarn for Christmas this last year, so I'm working on this, even though my youngest is trying to tell me I am not allowed to make a skirt. I have to make him a blanket out of it, but I just finished a blanket for him, so hopefully he'll let me keep this one for me. So that is my first one. I literally just started this 2 weeks ago, something like that. So that's the only knitting or crocheting that I have going into this year. I may or may not do something else. My moods shift on what I do. So okay, on to the one thing that I hadn't touched in over a year. I started knitting or cross stitching when I was a kid. I put it down for many years. I am lousy at counting it. I am lousy at sticking to it. But a couple of years back, when of course 2020 everything went to hell, I picked it up again, but I went in search of printed patterns, so I didn't have to think too much when it came to counting, because I am lousy at it. So the first one that I started doing, I was hoping that I would get it. Sorry for the sound. I literally don't have bags. They're just in the plastic that I came up with. I literally got these and started working on them. This is I think it's a Pikachu and Cherry Blossom. Here's all the colors and stuff that came with it. These were sets and stuff that came with. I was working really hard on this for a long time. I mean, I got all of this and let's see, into the Pikachu, and I was working on this. At the time that I put it away, I kind of burnt myself out on it. I was doing the 24-hour marathon cross stitches at the time, and I was doing them back to back, and it was like, no, you can't do that, it doesn't work. So I was hoping to get this done for a birthday present, but yeah, that didn't happen. And I put this guy away last year. Okay, another one that I started about the time I started the Pikachu one is this guy. I was trying to figure out how to hold it, so I put it on just a old tube that I found, probably from the wrapping paper, because it was around a holiday. This guy is a, let's see, how big can I, no, this guy's huge. Oh, he's upside down on top of it. Yeah. So this one was just a cherry blossom lake. I'll have hopefully a better picture of it. I got to finishing up this little, I think it's called a shrine or pagoda. I'm not quite sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. On here, and then I got most of this tree done. I kind of went, I can't work on this, I can't figure out how to do it. At the time I did not have any loops, any frames. I was just doing this by hand without, and I went, okay, I need to start saving money so I can do that because this roll is not working. Unfortunately, since then I kind of got set on there and that was it. I never went back to it. So that one I'm hoping to get a little bit more time with. Then I have this gal. I took this out for, it was a person of color, kind of, I don't remember if it was a DP along or if it was a craft along sort of thing. I honestly, I have a feeling I was sick or I was in the middle of jobs and all I got was the book and part of her hand done. And I was working on a little bit of outlining around her face, which is like atrociously hard to see because of the color printed backing. I don't know if I'm going to get to this guy this year. I might pull it out for a little bit, but I'm really not feeling it at this point. That may change by the end of the year, but I figured I'd show it off. Okay, come on, back in the bag. Okay, and after me trying all these cross stitches, I got a little brave and I ordered one off of Etsy. I didn't get very far in it. I didn't realize how big it was going to be. So I have only a little bit of it done. I'll try to get a picture with it. This is pretty much the border, and then there's going to be a dragon in the center of it. It called for all one color, and I'm like, I don't want to do just all one color. I have a whole bunch of extra random stuff that I was using to fix things around the house, and I got a huge kit of random colors, so it's like, okay, I'll just start putting on random colors. I did pretty good until my kids wanted help, and it's like, I don't want them stabbing themselves with needles or messing up my pattern because it's on Pattern Keeper, my digital thing. Last but not least, I picked this guy back up beginning of the year. He is let's see if I can get a little closer here. Cat with a magic book, pretty much. I honestly, I will admit, I have no idea if these are copyright or not. If they are, I'll admit it. These were stuff I was looking at long before I knew about copyright. If they are, you won't see them on my channel again. I'll let you know though. So this one, oh, I finally got me a Q-snap. I was able to complete this. I had stopped about in here and went, I don't want to work on it anymore. So I went back. Now I'm trying a new method that I haven't done before, and that's the parking method. So I park my stitches. I've never done that before, and it's like, well, maybe I can get these done a little bit faster on some of those that you only need like 1 or 2 stitches, and then you got to jump a couple stitches, and I'm not somebody who likes to leave a huge mess behind in the back. Okay, so I have two more categories. One is my diamond paintings, which I will change views so I can actually show those guys off. But my miscellaneous category, let's put it that way. I do paint by numbers, which I do have one of Totoro that I'm going to be starting this year. I have no idea if I'm going to finish it. It's a 30 by... No, it's not that. It's a 20 by 30, so it's a decent sized paint by numbers. I'll get it out and start working on it probably this summer when it's a lot warmer and I can do it outside. My kids are not one for painting. The other thing that I do is I do models. I get my model kits from a local hobby and comic shop. My husband has all the comics. I do the models. So one of the models that I have going on is Snake Eyes. I started doing him. I mean, he's a complete action figure and everything that you can display and figure and move around and stuff. Unfortunately, I am having a heck of a time with his arms. So this is just the skeleton. This is not his armor. This is not any of the major outside. This is the inner side of him. So I have his arms move. This arm I have almost done, but no hands. So I got his bike and him, and it's like, oh, I can put this together, no problem. And yeah, bike was easy. Him, not so much. He's way too articulated for me, but I'm going to try to finish him this year. Last but not least, at least in this category, I am a major Gundam Digimon fan. Gundam, definitely. I have quite a few of them. Digimon, I do have one Digimon that I am trying to put back together. Unfortunately, my kids knocked him off, and I don't have too much. He's missing parts that I've got to find. He is right here. My Wargreymon. Unfortunately, I am missing some of his shield, and some of his armor is missing, so I gotta find those pieces and put them back on him, and hopefully my kids won't knock him over again. Let's see if I can get him to stand back up. And the other one I have going right now is this monstrosity, which is a Gundam. I don't have very much of him done. I think I got him for my birthday, and I've only put his head together. I just all of a sudden went, I don't want to do models. So all I have of him together, oh, I don't even have that. I have his chest piece, and that is it. I do Gundams, I do models with my kids, my oldest at least, so hopefully I can work on this guy a little bit more. I just didn't want to do it. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up, and we're going to shift over and do diamond paintings. I'll be right back. Okay, different view. Hang on, let me get that straight. Alright, now on to my diamond painting stuff. One of the big things that I'm hoping to do is make a dent in my wall. I can't buy any more diamond paintings, and I've told myself I won't buy any more until I can actually fit one up there. I mean, that's floor to ceiling. I kind of got a little hog wild in buying them and then stopped doing them for a little bit. Okay, so I have 4, technically 5 diamond paintings that I have started and taking into the new year. Greta, no. No. 2 of them I bought before I knew like size, quality. This little dragon here, I've been able to get up to about here with the help of a light pad. It's really pixelated. It's really bad. Half the symbols I can't read anymore, so I'm kind of guessing. So that's a little purple dragon. I take it down every once in a while, put a couple drills on it, put it back up. I really don't spend much time on that one. Okay, my next one is a project that I have been working on and off for over a year and a half now. It's on double-sided adhesive, so I had to break down and seal half of it because of how old it is. Let's see if I can get it up here. This is Silvanus from World of Warcraft. I got the background and part of her cape, I think, in her bow. This is, I think this is a picture from about around Burning Crusades or Lich King, if you know the World of Warcraft games. But it's on double-sided adhesive. Half the drills didn't want to stay, they're the wrong size. Typical stuff coming from China. So I told my husband I would get it to him when I get it to him, because I'm not one to work on something for long periods of time that I'm not fond of. I did promise him I'd get it done at some point, so that's the way that is. Hopefully I can get another square or two done this year. I'm hoping a little bit more. Okay, I'm not going to be able to hang that one up right now, so I'll set that down. Nope, stay. Let's see, I got this one from Diamond Art Club. I started this one to try to get back into diamond painting. It is a round. This is Dragon Love. Yeah, Dragon Love from Amy Brown. I actually started doing time lapses on this one, so when I get this one finished, I might put up a complete time lapse of me putting down all the drills. I, at this point, don't see me doing too much of that. I mean, I was working on it. The last one that I'm actually obsessed with right now, I will not show because it is a mystery diamond painting. It is the first Anne Stokes. I think it's the 9th or 10th mystery diamond painting that came out from Diamond Art Club. I'm obsessed with it right now. I ran into some issues with it when I was starting it, and I kept getting headaches, I kept getting migraines, and I was like, it has to be the kit. I changed my lighting, I changed whether I was working with a light pad. I was constantly being moved around, so I'm like, okay, it's lighting, so let's find a place that works. I could never find it. I finally put it away. I said to heck with it. Picked out something else. So that's actually about the time that I started my channel, because it's like I have to find something. So those are all my works in progress across all the different stuff that I am doing. I'm hoping to get back into doing WIP and chats at least twice a month. I'm not going to be able to get them every week. Life is a little bit too hectic for me right now, and you never know with kids on what's going to happen. So I hopefully will see you guys in the next one, and hopefully you have a great start to your 2023. Bye guys.